She is an Oscar winner, a cover girl, and a mother, but there is much more to Angelina Jolie. And on Thursday, Ann caught up with her for an exclusive network interview. Ann.
Hey, Meredith. Well, you know, Angelina was recently named the most powerful celebrity in the world by Forbes magazine, bumping out even Oprah out of first place. And it's not just because she lights up the silver screen. When she cares about something, she really gives it her all. Angelina Jolie, superstar, supermom, superwoman. The Academy Award-winning actress is without a doubt one of the most photographed, most watched, most talked about celebrities in the world. And for nearly a decade, she's been shining a light on the needs of refugees around the world. We caught up with Angelina Jolie in the nation's capital in honor of World Refugee Day.
Refugees are extraordinary, and somebody pointed out, which I thought was also interesting, that Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, all refugees.
42 million people were forced from their homes worldwide just in 2008. But some Americans don't have a lot of sympathy for the people in these countries because U.S. lives are being lost in war there. Why do you?
The element that our men and women are fighting against is the same element that a lot of these decent families, all in fact of these decent families, are fighting against, which is extremism. And the reason that they're running and fleeing is because they're not extremists.
Okay. One of your trips, one of your first trips, was in 2001 in Pakistan.
It was just such a desperate situation, and as a mother, it's so hard for her to say we don't have any food. And I think about my kids in the car, if we've been too long a drive and you want to make sure you've got a snack for them, like anything. And you think to go days and days and days and have absolutely nothing to give your children, it's got to be the most difficult thing as a mother. And I talked with these women, and they were like any girlfriends I've ever talked to. They were just sweet and funny and kind and great mommies. But it taught me a lot about a strength of character that I've found in many, many refugees that I've met and continue to meet.
Did you ask yourself, what more could I have done?
They understand something we simply don't about life. As I would beg anybody listening to, that it is not, as we were saying before, it is not to pity these people.
So the valuing of these lives and taking care of them now, not only to keep them alive, but let them contribute to our broader society in the future.
We desperately need them to contribute. We should be relying on them more and more. They are a tough, smart bunch of people, and they are the future of their countries.
It was said about you when you first became a U.N.Goodwill Ambassador. Is she the next Audrey Hepburn?
I'm sure Audrey Hepburn felt the same, that she was the fortunate one to be able to meet all those kids around the world. You know, we're just in a very fortunate situation that we get to be able to give a voice to these extraordinary people, yourself included. So, no, but you know, see how difficult it is to be put on the spot. But there've been refugees since the dawn of time, and I'm sure, you know, my children will be visiting and learning from refugees in the future.
You actually have taken your children to some of these camps. I think Maddox. Many people with children wonder, well, how could I leave my family to go do this kind of work? Or how can I expose my children to see that kind of work?
I want them to see it as an area where they can go down the street and play football with those kids and get to know them. And as they grow up, see them as those friends they spent time with. I hope if I raise them with a more accurate view of the world than I was raised with, then they will naturally be better people.
How do you think it would have impacted your life had you known when you were young about all of this?
I think it would have got me, this is a really ridiculous answer, I think it would have got me through my youth easier. I would have been less self-destructive. Because you see people that have suffered things that you will never ever know, and you know how lucky you are.
I asked Brad a question. Is this one of the happiest times of your life? And he said, one of the most on track. So how would you describe your life?
I am extremely happy this time in my life. My children are healthy, and it's one of the most extraordinary times of my life, and I'm able to do good things and good work.
And Angelina also said that she's donated $1 million to UNHCR to aid displaced people inside Pakistan. And for more of our interview with Angelina, and to find out how you can help refugees around the world, be sure to check out our website at todayshow.com, Meredith.
Yeah, you can see how much this means to her when she puts it very simply in mother's terms, not being able to give your child food.
Yeah, I watched her give a speech yesterday, and she, you know, that vein appears in her head, and she becomes very emotional. She cares about this very deeply.
Is she heading back out soon?
Well, she's got plans. She says she's not going to stop, and I asked her when she's going to stop. She doesn't. She hopes that she's an old woman still doing this work.
I'm sure she will be too. And thank you so much.